Welcome everyone to my review of IDW Sonic issue 43 and part 3 of Zetti Hunt. It has been a while since the last regular issue, though IDW released a free comic book day special in between that one and this one, but it's set in the classic era. Check out my review of it for more details. In the meantime, let's go ahead and recap what happened in issue 42 and spoilers from this point forward. Thanks to the Zetti's trickery, the Restoration's heavy hitters, namely Sonic, Tails, who's been working on anti-Zeti devices, and the Chaotix, were away from the base when they attacked. Because the Restoration had little to no resistance, the Deadly Six easily strolled through the place until they reached the command center. Thankfully, Jewel sealed off the area, had Tangle and Whisper as a secondary defense, and sent out an SOS to the aforementioned heavy hitters. Naturally, Sonic arrived first. During all of this, Dr. Starline infiltrated Restoration HQ so he can kidnap Belle the Tinkerer. And he succeeded. Nothing else to say, but on with the story. It's Sonic vs. the Deadly Six round, hold on a second. If we take into account Sonic Lost World, he's fought each individual member twice, then fought them again in groups of 3. So this is round 4. I'm not counting the time Super Sonic wailed on Zavik. This time, Sonic is dealing with all 6, in a confined area no less. It's only thanks to his mobility that he's not immediately turned into blue paste. Tango wants to help, but Sonic says they'll need Tails' anti-Zeti devices to defeat them. Plus, save for that hole there, the blast door is sealed tight. Tails is en route. He even has the Tornado 2 in the X configuration for extra speed. The Chaotix, though, are stuck in traffic. I feel your pain, guys. And as Jules stated, these are the closest heavy hitters to Restoration HQ, explaining why we don't see the likes of Amy, Shadow, Rouge, and so forth. Sonic's not completely alone. Tangle uses her tail as a brace for Whisper, who fires her Whispin through the hole at the Zeti. And while Tangle can't get out, she can still deliver a good tail punch. That's for cream, you harpy. The two's actions cause enough chaos to allow Sonic to focus on one Zeti, namely Zaz. The more Sonic hurts him, the more berserk he gets. Oh, he's one of those fighters. Despite Zaz's beast coming out, he's still no match for Sonic, who's getting tired of this shtick. Likewise, Zavik is getting tired of the comic originals interfering in a game character only fight. He uses his EMP powers to disable Whisper's mask and Whispin. Then he grabs Tangle's tail and slams her against the door multiple times to knock her out. Yes, multiple times. Sonic's on his own again, and the Zeti are wearing him down. It's gotten to the point that Zomom successfully grabs onto him. Zavik wants the Restoration to witness Sonic's demise, but he will never get that chance. The Hedgehog has Sega plot armor after all. To prove my point, Zomom is quickly disabled. Tails has arrived with the anti-Zeti devices, and Sonic gets to work taking down each member. Zavik once again will not be denied his victory. Tails tries his best to save Sonic, but Zavik grabs him too. At least Tails is in range to place a device on Zavik. And he's not the final Zeti to be tagged, it's Zor. Just like when the Zombots were closing in on him, he revels in his own pain and suffering. What a masochist. A recovered Tangle has some bad news. It's not Zeti related, nor is it related to the broken door. The Mechanic Chief recovered from Starline's toxin, and has informed everyone that Starline kidnapped Belle. Oh right, the secondary plot of this arc. I guess we'll check in on that in the next issue. I'm actually fine with the Zetti Fight being the focus of this issue. After all, the arc is called Zetti Hunt. I'm amazed Sonic's able to last as long as he did before Tails showed up. Considering last issue, he was rushing at breakneck speed to get to Restoration HQ. A lot of it had to do with Tangle and Whisper's involvement. This more than makes up for their one-panel appearance last issue, which itself is odd since they were on that issue's primary cover. But if the plan was for them to help out later in the arc, even if they were trapped in another room, then I don't mind the setup in issue 42. Where did the hole in the blast door come from? If you once again go back to the last issue, Zomom said he made a small gap, and Zavik was trying to pry it open before Sonic arrived. I believe the idea was he was widening that gap. It's hard to tell with these panels. Part of that has to do with different art styles. Tracy Yardley worked on the last issue, and this issue had 3 artists working on it: Jamal Peppers, Bacardi Curry, and Thomas Roth Listberger. This is not the first time different artists have different designs for objects or things in back-to-back issues of Sonic comics. On that note, last issue Tails was running towards the Tornado Mark 1, and this issue he was using Mark 2. You could argue in-universe he has multiple planes at his lab, and he was passing one to get to the much faster model. Understandable given the circumstances. I will give credit to this issue's artist for at least maintaining consistency here. To bring it back to the fight, that hole allowed Tangle and Whisper to use their skills, the extended tail and sniping respectively, to aid Sonic. It is a unique fight to be sure. Too bad Zavik had to ruin it. Disabling Whisper's Wispin is an unfortunate callback to him using the same trick during the prison break in Bad Guys issue 1. Still, Tangle and Whisper bought Sonic precious time until Tails arrived with the anti-Zeti devices, giving him a chance to save the day. Also, it's sweet payback for the Zeti kidnapping him and briefly turning him into a cyborg. Yeah, he was faking it, but you have to admit, it had to be humiliating for him on some level. Some brief fight highlights include Zavik tossing Zor into the fight. The latter was waiting for the right moment to strike, and the former forced that moment, which was then ruined by Whisper sniping. There's the aforementioned Zaz bloodlust scenes, seeing him get riled up, then getting worn down by Sonic. Even in his weakened state, he still taunts the Hedgehog. At least he didn't say anything about pounding his blue butt. No, seriously, he actually said that.
Yes, that little punk. I've been dreaming about pounding his sorry blue butt.
Did the writers of that game know that line might have unfortunate implications? Finally, there's Sonic being defiant, even when threatened to be disemboweled. Good on you, buddy. Overall, if you enjoy a good issue-long fight, then this should be satisfactory. Like I said, it is unique. Plus, if you're not a fan of the Zeti, you'll at least have the satisfaction of seeing them look like drooling idiots upon defeat. Next time, we commence the search for Starline and Belle, and witness the fate of the Deadly Six. Yes, this is a panel for the next issue. They released preview pages before this issue came out, which means we'll get the conclusion to this story arc later this month. See you then. Don't worry guys, you'll get your moment to shine in the next issue, just like Tangle and Whisper did in this one. Maybe.